You can always make more money, but you can never make more time.
Facts.
You can't.
Facts.
Your time is limited. You get the same amount of time every day, and how you use that time, whether it's fucking sleeping, making deals, hustling, chilling with someone you love, hanging out with somebody, your buddies, your pals, your friends, like, you can't get that time back. And if you're not using that time to your fullest advantage, man, like if you're just smoking, chilling, like, oh man, maybe next week, maybe I'll go to that festival, maybe I won't go on that trip because I want to save a couple bucks here. Yeah, saving money is important, man, but like, you're gonna wake up one day and you're gonna be 50, 60 years old, and you're gonna be like, man, I wish I spent that couple bucks when I could.
Chad, thank you for coming, bro.
Appreciate you having me, man.
Chad Posthumuous.
Yes, sir.
What it do, bro?
Not too much, man. Not bad at all. How you been?
Not bad, man. I gotta say, man, you are the tallest person I know.
6'11", right?
6'11".
Perfect.
You gotta like bend down to get in the doorway.
Yes, sir.
Do you have like a special bed and stuff too?
I just got a Cali King bed, man. It's
Cali King?
It's a little longer than the King, so it does me well. But I sleep like in a little ball, all curled up, so it's not too bad. It doesn't treat me too bad.
Maybe the car. Like, is there some life stuff that you got to do to?
I got a
6'11".
I got a Grand Cherokee SRT though. I fit in it pretty well. Yeah,
Nice.
SUV. It's nice. It does the job.
There's
for
no
me.
way you could fit in a Honda or something like
Man,
that,
a
right?
little car, no. Like I've sat in some friends' Lambos, Ferraris, stuff like that, and it's just not comfortable to drive. Got to be like Shaq and get the custom one made up for me if I ever get that rich.
Well, it's really good, for basketball, that's for sure.
Yep.
So congratulations last year, 2019 champion.
Yeah, appreciate it.
The Rattlers in
Yes,
Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
Yep.
Wow, congratulations, you guys won.
Yeah, inaugural season with the CEBL. We took the championship. Had a nice little run the last 10 games of the season. Went 9-1. Finished with the league title. So it was awesome. It's a really good experience just for the whole league. Just building up into
because it is a new one here, right?
Yeah, it was this last year was the first year. So this summer we're trying to assemble the
Bring
same
the
sort
NBA
of team.
to Canada.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, Toronto, we won last year. We can actually say that now.
Exactly. We've got two leagues in Canada. Both, obviously the CEBL is all Canadian, so winning is a Canadian title. But just, the Raptors last year, too, that was incredible. That was so huge for Canadian basketball everywhere.
It's amazing, man. How was it like with the Saskatchewan team? Because I know, like, there's barely anybody that's actually from here. You're not even from here. You're from Winnipeg.
Yeah, from Winnipeg, born and raised there. But yeah, we had a couple guys. We had Michael Linklater. He's a huge name in basketball in Saskatchewan. It was actually his last season playing last year. It's kind of like just last go at it, and he was a huge part of our team, huge part of the community, just bringing the entire thing together for us. And it was great having him just to add that community towards the whole team, because like you did say, yeah, most of the guys are from other provinces, places in the U.S., stuff like that. So when you can incorporate that with a local guy, it's awesome. It just adds a whole new element to it, and bringing the fans in for you, and just having that community aspect.
How is it? How do you like it here in Saskatchewan, the prairies?
Man, I actually love it. It's a little nicer than Winnipeg. I gotta turn my city out like that. Yeah, it's a lot smaller, but it's about, I don't know, a quarter, third the size. But the people here are great. I've met some of my best friends here. A lot of them that'll be lifelong friends, and I'll just keep me coming back, man. It's one thing I'll say. I've never been I've played professional basketball the last 7 years. Went to 3 universities, one in Texas, one in Kentucky, and I was at UBC in British Columbia. And at the end of every season, I was always super excited to go home and just get out of town, almost get back, see my family and friends. And for whatever reason, the people I met here, just the cities just grabbed a hold of me. Especially those haircuts I get out here too, man. There's a good barber out here too.
Oh, who is his name? What's his name?
I think his name's Danny. Yeah, he's not too bad. Yeah.
Word.
But yeah, the city just grabbed a hold of me, and just everything about it. It's just been awesome. And this was the first time, like going back to what I said, after the season, I actually hung around for a few months before heading back home versus just booking my flight, getting in my car, driving away. So it's
how are the women out here? How do you like them?
Special. They're wonderful.
The Prairie girls.
Yeah, they're very good.
Yeah?
Can't complain.
It's a mixture now. It's like kind of like a mixture between country girl and city girls.
Yeah, there's a bit of both, and it's a nice variety for sure. So it's I'm not complaining.
Speaking about girls, you don't seem to date regular girls. Either she's like some top DJ, or she's like a cheerleader or lead cheerleader, or she's, you know,
just throwing it right out there, Instagram model or something.
What's wrong with you, man? You can't date no one normal?
I don't know, man. I like the crazy a little bit. I can't lie. It's something that keeps it fresh, interesting, exciting. I get bored easy, I guess you could say, not just in terms of women, but in terms of just everything in life. Like I've lived in 19 cities in the past 10 years, with university, with pro bass for over 3 months. Yeah, with university.
You play with the NBA, right?
Yeah, I played with.
Where was that again?
I played with the Chicago Bulls and the Oklahoma City Thunder. I never played any games with the Thunder, but I was with them for about 4 months, training with them at their facilities and everything. That was in 2017.
What happened?
Started. Actually got. So it's a long story. I got. I got
time.
Yeah, perfect. Exactly. Right.
Cheers, man.
Yeah. There we go.
Cheers.
Yeah. No. So my first journey in the NBA was right out of university with the Chicago Bulls. I did really well in my senior season in Morehead State in Kentucky. So it's a Division I school basketball. It's where Kenneth Faried played, so big NBA player. And I had a really good senior season there. Actually, was leading the country in rebounds. I still have the all-time NCAA record for rebounds per 40-minute game, which is like 17.1 rebounds per game.
Wow!
So still hold that. That's pretty cool.
Dope.
Got a little plaque for that, so
Dope.
It's nice. That's about it for that though. But
you said you got injured?
Not in university. I got injured my fourth year pro. So that's moving. So I guess moving from the Bulls, I played with them in summer league. Played a bunch of games, did well over there. Was gonna do training camp with them, play some games with them, but then I signed a really good contract to go overseas to play in Japan actually. So I played in Japan for a year.
Crazy.
Yeah.
How was that?
Interesting, man. I played there 2 years actually. The first year though, the first time I was there, I guess I didn't really appreciate it for what it was. I was getting paid extremely well for a guy coming out of university, just getting paid. I'm not complaining about that either. But yeah, I didn't.
Get paid to do what you love,
exactly.
Right?
Play the hoop, right? Like who can complain about that?
You did it for the money or the fame? Or did you do it because you actually
a bit of everything, but I really love
course.
basketball to my core. Yeah. But I didn't appreciate the culture and I guess everything that they took care of me out there, what they offered, just the people in general. I was too narrow-minded at the time, I guess you could say. So I actually played the season out there. Actually came back early because my grandma passed away. This was in 2014.
Sorry for your loss.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate it. So I didn't end up finishing the whole season there. Came back, dealt with some family stuff, and then I actually signed to finish the season and play in Argentina. So I went and played in Buenos Aires.
Wow!
And it was pretty interesting out there too.
Vibes,
it was fun.
You went almost everywhere.
Man, I've been all over the place. Yeah.
So it's not all Canada. I thought it was just mostly around Canada.
No.
Winnipeg,
I've played around the world.
Japan, you said Argentina.
Then after Argentina, that finished out that year, 2014, 2015. I went and played just a month-long contract in China, actually, in Shanghai and a couple other cities out there. So I hooped out there for a bit. Coming back from that, I played in NBL Canada. So it's out east. There's like teams in Halifax, Toronto area, like Brampton, Windsor, Ontario, like London, Ontario, those places. So I played a full season in the Canadian League there. Had a lot of fun out there. Really fun time in London, Ontario. It was great, not complaining. Basketball and off the court wise. So
So what did you like more, China or Japan?
Whew, Japan, man. Japan is, and so I ended up going back there after the next year in Canada that I played in Japan. Like, China's just so dirty, man. Like, it's just like walking by the streets, it's just filthy, a lot of the places. And it's just like, you land in Shanghai, you land when you fly down. That's the last time you see the sun till you take that flight out of there. It's just smog, everything, yeah. Like, and just the lifestyle, like, you walk in the markets and stuff there, and it's you can literally turn down any side street and pick any type of food off the street like that. Like, I walk by, just walking, riding my bike around, and there's like dog and mutton butcher shop. Like, they're eating dogs out there. It's interesting.
That's
whereas
that culture, man.
Yeah. Whereas Japan's a lot more like, it's westernized, it's clean, it's chill. It's really like high tech. It's a really cool feel once you get past their culture and how they act and how the people are, because they're really like, they're focused on themselves and like bettering themselves to the point where they don't really socialize a lot. Like, to get out and break through to some of these people, you got to get a few drinks in them, sort of, in order for them to even open up at all. Otherwise, it's like always take care of their business, go home, go to sleep, come back, take care of their business the next day. So it's interesting. So that took me a little while to get a hold of that and to like figure that out.
It's so much culture shocks, man.
Exactly, and
like,
it's
just from China to Japan.
Yeah.
Or Japan to China, just that there's so much difference in just that.
100%.
Let alone Argentina to Japan.
Oh, man. And just even how the people are in Japan versus China, like, they're so respectful in Japan. Like, this one time I was on the subway, and this one person noticed I was on one of the basketball teams, and they came to take a picture with me. And then all of a sudden you have 10, 15 people lining up. They might not even have known who I am, but they're just lining up behind that person just to get a picture with me because they think I'm famous or somebody out there. And it's so respectful. It's not a line. It's like a perfect line. It's like literally formed it, like waiting to get in and just talk to you. Versus in China, I remember I was sitting at a restaurant one time and somebody noticed who I was, and literally I'm eating my food there. The next thing I know, there's a camera in my face with the guy saying selfie, and I'm like, man, I'm eating my damn food right here. Like, what's going on? Like, and just China smoking cigarettes everywhere. Like, we were playing games in the facilities, and you'd look up in the rafters, and it'd just be a cloud above your head, because you can just smoke anywhere there. It's so interesting.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
For a space that's like so on lockdown, like the government knows everything about everyone.
Pretty much, but
they don't keep it clean.
In terms of that, it's
you
really.
think it's just too many people? Like, it's just too hard to keep, everyone tamed up, or?
I don't know if it's that. I think it's just even that's possibly it though, because what do they have? 1.6 billion, 1.3 billion people, man. That's a lot of people.
1/3 of the world almost.
Like, I know they have like a good grasp on them in terms of like control and like a totalitarian sort of government and whatnot. But in terms of like what they do to them, like just in the general areas and like how they eat food and this and that, they don't really. It's like whatever goes almost. So. Like,
so how do you feel about like this coronavirus that's starting up?
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. Once it gets over here and whatnot, I don't know what the word's gonna be yet. As soon as it gets here and everything's like going, and I don't know. Gotta wait and see, I guess. But I can 100%,
saying it's like everyone's bound to have it, or I heard some doctors talking.
Just from my experience out there, I can 100% see how they said I came from a bat in a market, man. They're selling all kinds of stuff. There were snakes and bowls live. They'd ask you this, oh, you want this? I'd be like, man, like, this is ridiculous.
What was like something that really shocked you?
Whew, they had like the dog thing, man. That really set me home. I'm a dog guy, man. I'm a dog guy to my core. I have 2 dogs at home, love them to death. And there's literally like under the freeway, we were walking across this bridge one time, and there's literally pens of dogs that they're just feeding, growing, and like getting ready for butcher, man, like to eat. And
I heard some guy make a point. He said, well, if everyone ate chicken in China, like, there's not enough chicken for that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh man, the amount of stuff that they eat out there and everything. It's just the meat you're getting. You don't know what meat it is unless you're going in one of these places and just picking up and eating wherever you want. But then again, where are they getting this from? So you're in the middle of Shanghai. Where are these snakes coming from? Where are these like frogs that they have there? Where's all this stuff coming from? Like, no wonder like stuff's getting tainted and this and that. And it's interesting for sure.
Did you eat anything by accident that you're just like, oh man, what was that? That was not chicken.
Nah, man, I didn't do that. The craziest thing I've ever eaten was I actually was in Thailand with some friends, and they got all the street meat and whatever there, and I ate some scorpion, just on the street, and it honestly tasted like ham.
What?
Yeah, it tasted like ham for real.
I thought it'd be more like crunchy.
It was
like
after the first crunch.
Lobster kind
after
of
the
vibes.
first crunch, it was almost like bacon. To be honest with you.
What?
Yeah. Super interesting. So that was probably the craziest thing. I ate half a cockroach. That was just you're drunk in Thailand with your boys on the street. You're just like, fuck it, you're here. Why not, right? Like
there or some shit.
Yeah, exactly. Ended up coming out of Thailand with a tattoo on my ankle too. It's just like, whatever happens.
So wow. So okay. So you went to Thailand as well.
Yeah, that was after my second season when I played in Japan. So after I played in Canada that year, I went to Japan and I lived out there for a full 11 months, man. I played in the southernmost part of Japan in Kagoshima on a Division 2 team out there. There's 3 divisions. Every team takes 2 import players per team. Pretty much every import player has had NBA experience or played in the NBA. They kind of like want that name behind it, sell tickets, good players, this and that. They pay you well. So I was playing in Kagoshima and doing really well, killing it. I actually was leading the league in scoring, like 21 points a game, 14 rebounds.
Wow.
And I got bought out by a Division 1 team to go and play with them. So I went and played with a team in Tokyo. So like right downtown Shibuya, Tokyo. Like if you've ever heard of Shibuya Crossing. It's the biggest like crossing in the world. Every 2 minutes, 14,000 people cross the street. They have a 2-minute time on the intersection, and 14,000 people go across.
That's like our
street.
biggest stadium here. That's how much it can
And that's
fit.
every 2 minutes, man. Like there's just Tokyo's the biggest city in the world, 38 million people in one. It's like a mega city. Like it's basically.
Is that the one where like there's like you can go like diagonal or some shit? Like it just goes all ways.
Exactly.
I think Toronto has that one.
Toronto's
too.
got a couple of them. Yeah. But
I think there's only like 3 in the world or something.
Shibuya Crossing's like the biggest one in the world.
Wow.
And it's in one of the biggest areas in Japan. So like in Tokyo, the city, it's like a super city. So there's like all the main train stations like Shinjuku, Shibuya, Miyakawa. Like there's a bunch of train stations, and around these train stations you see all these huge buildings pop up because it's called a mega city, like because there's like not one downtown, there's like 15 different downtowns in Tokyo because it's just so big, like 40 million people. Like that's more than the population of Canada in an area a little bigger than like Calgary. Like
good thing you got the height. It's probably easy to see where you are.
Exactly.
You know, like a hawk in the sky kind of thing.
Pretty much. It's hilarious. Like
especially
when it rains, you can see all these umbrellas covering all their heads, and then my head's just popped above the rest. Like
6'11", man.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
Yeah. I'm not small either. I'm like, I think I weigh like 270, 280 pounds. So
man.
Not just like a little skinny guy getting caught in the umbrellas.
My goodness, bro. So what did you like Argentina the most, do you think? Where did you like the most?
Honestly, Tokyo, and like my respect for the culture, and the second time that full year I lived there was amazing. Yeah.
I thought you'd enjoy more European vibes, man.
It was just, I really respect the Japanese culture now, and just like after you get to know it a while, like it takes a little bit to I've like even had some friends who went there, like visited me. Even my father visited me, and he hated it. And then once he got home and like thought about what he did there and how it was, and afterwards he's like, man, I can't wait till you play there again. I can't wait till you get back. I want to go visit again.
He was vibing with it.
Yeah, and that was the same thing with me. Like once I went home the first time when my grandmother passed away, like I wasn't really like thinking about it the way it was, but then after you think about it, you're like, what you had there, how the people are, like you really respect it. Yeah. So it was really cool for sure.
Do you ever see yourself like living there in the future?
I wouldn't say living there full time, but I would definitely go back and play again out there if I have the opportunity. I'd definitely do that for sure. I'd play another couple years. I wouldn't live there full time, but I have a lot of friends who have actually become naturalized citizens that I've played with that have been out there, and they want to keep playing out there, and they stay there year round now. Like they love it. So it's really
That's
interesting.
vibes, man. Do you enjoy all the traveling, or are you kind of sick of it? You want to settle down?
Man,
or...
I think I could probably do a few more places to play, but at the same point in time, it's like.
Are you playing the Rattlers this year? Or...
Yeah, I'm gonna play again with them this year, I think.
Word.
So it'll be good, man. Try and get a repeat, get that going. That'll be awesome.
Why not?
That'd be great.
Why not?
I think we're trying to get most of the same team together, if not the whole thing, as many pieces as possible. Bring that back into the thing, get it going again.
Is anyone pulling like a Kawhi where they come in for one season and that's it?
That happens a lot in these, not just this Canadian league, but in leagues around Europe and everywhere. You're not besides the NBA and like some of the top league, like in Japan, there's a lot of guys that sign 2, 3, 4 year deals. Once you've been with the team for a year, like most teams will sign you for a year. They like you, you fit, you vibe well with the community, the organization. They'll offer you that contract. But in terms of this league, I think it's mostly just you sign 1 year contracts. So moving forward from that, I think if it gets a little bigger, once we get some more of these teams incorporated, we have Ottawa joining this year, so that's 7 teams. Then I think we're gonna have a couple more next year, like Calgary, Laval. I think Winnipeg eventually. So it'll be a tough decision: be the hometown guy playing in Winnipeg or be out here in Sask, But honestly, Sask is kind of my second home now, so it'll be a tough call for sure.
For sure, bro, for sure. And so yeah, if you had to choose between Winnipeg, your hometown, and Saskatchewan, where you guys got your first win, I mean, it's not that crazy of a decision, right?
It's not tough. But it's at the same point in time, it is tough because it's like I've made all these connections, all these great friends out here, have the history, the camaraderie with all the guys on the team. So it's
well, hopefully you stay.
Yeah, I'm honestly, that's what I'm leaning towards at this point in time. But you never know when you get that call that, yo, we got the team, man. Like, what's going on? What are you saying, Chad?
Are they paying you good?
Yeah, they pay not bad. In this league, it's just starting off. So guys will get between $500 to $1,500 per game. So 7 games a month. So it's enough to hold on.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
That's not bad.
It's enough. It's enough to get by, make a living off of. Plus,
and you got your side hustles too.
Yeah, of course.
And what else you get? You said.
Pardon me.
You said you get something else with that.
You get your room and board. The only thing you got to pay for is your food, man. They give you a couple team cars if you don't have your own vehicle to use. So they take care of us really well out in all the cities across in the league. They take care of you really well.
That's good, man. Yeah, that's really good.
I'm
happy you guys are doing this here, because it's awesome. Like, that we had like the Blades.
And that's in the winter, and then you got the Rush in the winter too. It'd be nice to get some of those Rush fans out to our games, though, bolster those seats a little bit.
Well, I'm sure with that win last year, it hyped it up a little bit.
Winning the championship, yeah.
That's how it was for Rush too. I don't think people were really hitting it up at first.
That first year, right? Yeah.
But after they started making wins.
Yeah,
then shit got a little bit better.
I went to a Rush game a couple months ago, and it was hype, man. It was fun. It was a great atmosphere. Just the chanting, just everything going. Just honestly, I only think I watched probably half the game. The rest of it was just being part of the atmosphere, the socializing there. It's a great place to be.
For all you people living in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan area, show love to the Rattlers. Show up to the games, because if you don't show up, then they're gonna take that shit away.
Exactly.
And then you're gonna be wanting it. You gotta.
You don't miss it till it's gone, right?
That's just it, bro. You said it. And yeah, show love, show support, and end of the day, that's how the city grows. And if the Rattlers are making money, the players are making money, and then everything else is history, right?
Exactly. Got to keep everybody happy. And I think we have, just not even in terms of the basketball and the sports aspect of it, we got a lot to offer just in the community. The amount of visits, events that we went to. Myself, I went to a ton of them. They'd always ask people to go to events, CTV, CBC, like all these places. And it's huge. Like we're all over the community, just helping out where we can, doing what we can, and it's a good vibe. It's great for the community, and yeah, the more support we have, the more support we can give, sort of thing.
For sure, bro. 100. So, You said it was decent money. I kind of, there's a trigger word that you said. Decent money as in it's like enough to get by and you're cool with that?
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
is it enough to inspire you to come up with some side hustles or?
Yeah, as the league grows, it'll get more.
Because you can't play basketball forever.
No, in terms of, and this is a summer league, in terms of like what you're going to make overseas, like in some of the top leagues, there's guys making a lot of money in Japan, for example. Guys are making 10 to 30,000 a month US.
Wow.
Tax free. So it's a little different for a main season, but in terms of a summer league sort of thing, it's a great start, especially as a first year league and just what we offer. It's not even like a full, like few practices a week, not a full-time thing, because you can't expect these guys who have just played 9-10 months in the season overseas somewhere to come in and play another 4 months full board in the season. Like, your body just wouldn't last. Like, the sustainability of that wouldn't be there for the players.
Because it's hard on the body.
100%, man.
The training, you're beating yourself up. It's physical sport.
It's not sustainable if they did that. So they did a great approach with this, and they made it only 2 practices a week where you're actually like going at it. Like, you'll practice Monday, Tuesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, and then you'll have a game Thursday, Saturday, or like Friday, Sunday. You'll have like 2 games a week, and then two like hard practices where you're going at it, and then another couple practices where you're just like shooting, getting in your groove, working on your game, like hooping, not like ruining your body, like pushing yourself to the max. Like, it is after all, it is the summer to build yourself up and prepare yourself for the main seasons. But until the point where the money gets up enough that players are using this as their main season, I think it'll have to be similar, or else you're gonna scare too many of the guys away that are wanting to save their body for like going over to play in Italy for 30-40 grand a month. Like, you're not gonna want to risk hurting yourself and killing your body for 4 months for 7,000-8,000 Canadian taxed.
Because you got injured last year with the Rattlers?
No. I was injured. So after I played so I got injured when I played in that season in Canada. I injured my hip. I tore my labrum. I didn't know at the time. I thought it was just a regular hip injury in my labrum. So your labrum's like your joint lining of your hip. And then I played a full season in Japan, played 57 games out of 60 because our team wasn't going to make playoffs. And then in the 58th game, I re-injured it again and was like, fuck, man. Like, did the same sort of thing, felt the same way, but this time it didn't get better. So I was looking to get surgery that summer, actually. That was summer of 2017. And then my agent got me a workout with Oklahoma City Thunder. So I went out to the workout with them, participated in the workout, killed it, and they invited me out to train with them at their facility for the rest of the summer, and then lead up potentially to training camp with them and some games and stuff. So did that, practice, played with them. This was when they had Paul George, Russell Westbrook, and Melo had just signed with the team, so they were in the facility training, playing all the time with them, and it was just a great learning experience too, having those guys around, just seeing them, being around them. Like previously, I'd played when I was at the Bulls, practiced with Derrick Rosen a little bit, but when you got 3 guys like superstars, all-stars like that you're just seeing work on their game every day, like it takes your mental thought and just like the preparation and the work that these guys are putting into the next level. So like being around those guys for 3-4 months was great for me in terms of that. But leading up to that, I ended up kind of like re-aggravating my hip while I was just working in these workouts with them, and kind of had to make the decision to either keep going with this thing, keep hooping, keep trying to play through it, or get surgery. And it ultimately came down to me deciding, because I wanted to extend my career and continue playing for however long, that I ended up having to actually get the surgery done.
Wow.
So ended up getting surgery in January 2018. And that's
how'd that go?
Oh, it was not good, actually.
Shit. What, complications?
Oh, yeah. So I get the surgery done, doctor does everything good, and I wake up in the recovery room and I'm just like shaking violently, and they had given me morphine and they didn't know I was allergic to morphine. So I was having like convulsions, like shaking, all this stuff. And I ended up re-injuring my hip, like the surgery they had just done. They didn't know at the time. We didn't find out till 3-4 months later. And when I was like in my recovery process, about to have some more NBA workouts, potentially sign again in Japan to go play for that season. And I was just like, something just doesn't feel right, sort of thing. So I ended up getting another MRI on it. And sure enough, they found out that when I was in that recovery process from the first surgery, and that first day when I came out in the recovery room, that I kind of like opened up the what they had just had the surgery done on. So it didn't heal straight on. So one of the anchors had come out. So I ended up having to have another surgery in order to repair that and fix that. So it was kind of a bummer because I'm like, I'm ready to hoop again and I'm just ready to go. And yeah, it was tough. So scheduled for surgery in August 2018, got that done. But yeah, that a couple months leading up to that and after that, I was in a pretty rough place mentally. It's just like, I was just like, oh, fuck this, man. I was just like, this sucks. Wasn't doing a whole lot, kind of just like chilling on the couch, smoking weed, just kind of like not feeling sorry for myself, but just like not like,
there's not much you can do.
Not getting after it. Yeah, like you're sitting on a couch chilling there and you're like, what can I do? Like looking back, I'm like, I should have been making business moves, doing all this, focusing my energy somewhere else, but my energy was basically focused on Fortnite and smoking weed. So yeah, it was a tough spot for me, but I kept up. I'm a really like happy, chill guy. Like I don't really I wasn't ever down. I wasn't ever I guess you could say like stressed out about it or anxiety or like depression. I never had any of that. Never had to take any meds or anything like that. I was just kind of just like, oh, fuck it. What's up next? Like, what's coming next, man? Like, deal with it as it comes, because you can't really complain or dwell on it. But I just, yeah, I guess,
what it is,
yeah,
man.
exactly. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So I just wish I maybe put my energy into a couple other things that I'm doing now instead
Talk
of.
to me about that. What are you doing now?
So I'm working at I have partnered with these guys. We have a gym in Edmonton. I'm part owner of a gym.
What is it called?
United by Wellness. It's downtown in Edmonton.
Okay. Cool.
So we're just kind of waiting to see how this
Just like what kind of gym is it?
It's like an upper class, like it's like a bougie gym. Like we got like a bar in there. We got
bar, like alcohol.
Yeah, liquor. Like we got an events.
What?
Yeah, man. It's a full encompassing thing. It's called like a lifestyle center. So you got like
you drink and work out.
You can go work out. You come get your smoothie. Come get your rice bowl, and then after that, if you're feeling like it, you can get a tequila shot or two.
Wow.
Maybe come get a massage. We got massage therapists in there. We got some Olympic athletes.
That's a vibe,
it's tough, man. It's tough. It's nice. We got a sound system. We got a sick sound system, sick light set up. We got smoke machines. We hold events there, like private birthday parties, functions like that. Yeah, for about capacity of about 100 people. There's been a couple raves in Edmonton. Like I'm kind of like in the rave scene of like EDM music, like stuff like that, like going to all that. So we've had some parties there and whatnot, and it gets bumping. Have a 150 people in there, and it gets going pretty quick. It's a fun time.
That's amazing, man. I've never heard of that kind of concept.
Yeah, it's really unique, man. You give me a light there?
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Hold it.
Yeah, it's a unique concept, and it's going pretty good. They partnered with me to basically bring more members in there, get it going, get it pumping, and just kind of use my connections to help them out with stuff. And then aside from that, got some other businesses partnered with these same guys on like selling a bunch of products and this like that, this and that, and just a bunch of just stuff all over the place, just to kind of make some more money and just get it going while I'm taking some time off after the last Rattler season.
It's nice to like have that, side income, or side hustle, because you never want to really rely on one source of income.
And that's kind of where I was, the dilemma I had and what brought me to meeting these guys and stuff like that. I met my one partner backstage at a music festival, and he kind of like, we were just discussing a bunch of business, and then he brought me in with these guys and just kind of gone from there. And it's been great so far. They've opened me up to so many things that I knew of, but I had never been a part of before, I guess you could say. Like I've always seen it. I've always been around crowds of like seeing like upper people here, like going like backstage, like stuff like that. Like not like I've seen it, but I've never been like a part of that crew before, and having those doors open for me and just what I could bring to the table too for them has been great.
It's a win-win situation.
Exactly. Like I can offer them a lot, and they have the world to offer, sort of thing. So So it's been pretty cool. And yeah, just what brought me to that was just after this last season in Saskatchewan. I know it was coming off that surgery and just playing. I guess you could say I wasn't playing like my full potential or what I'd played at before, like when I was close to the NBA or like high level overseas type of playing. I felt there was just something missing, like that like, you know, that like killer instinct, or like you're like when you see a guy playing and he's just killing you, like, damn, like this guy gets it. Like I felt like I was missing that, like I lost it almost. So
that spark, or that
not the spark. Like I still love the game. I was doing everything, even like starting the season off with the Rattlers. I was playing 5-10 minutes a game. Wasn't contributing a lot in terms of on the court, but I changed my whole demeanor, like on the bench, off the court. I was always the loudest guy, first one up, yelling, cheering all my teammates on, just doing my part, because that's what my part was at that point in time. Even though I had been used to being the guy hooping, scoring 20 points a game, 10 rebounds a game.
Just like a little bit desensitized.
Yeah, I guess it's just.
Well, this guy, man, you can't, you know.
Yeah,
you've been in Japan, you've been in freaking
all
around the world, bro. And I guess when you're out here,
and it was a new role for me, I guess, and I took it as best I could. I think I did a great job of it, helped my teammates the best out I could, supported them. And then that transition towards the end of the season, I ended up starting the last 10 games of the season with the Rattlers. We went, we had struggled at the start. I think we were like 6-6. We ended up going 9-1 the last 10 games, and we obviously won the championship. So that was awesome. And I was, even though my role was still limited.
Were you surprised about that?
No, we were ready. We were ready to go. There was something that mid-season we had some player changes, and we had some just like mental process changes with all the guys. We talked about it, and it was just something clicked, I guess you could say. And even though,
so I heard somebody say that, you know, the only problem Rattlers had was that everyone wanted to be the star of the show.
Yeah, that's kind of what it was. And then a couple roster changes, brought in a couple new guys, a little bit of a coaching change mentally in terms of what he was asking of the players, because we had, like, we all stars. You got guys coming from different leagues around the world, and as an import player on your teams around the world, you're the man. They bring you in to be the man. If you're not being the man, you're gonna get sent home. So we kind of like had that. We had a lot of the guys who were all the man here, and just fitting into that role. A lot. It was some of the guys were like, "Where's my ball? Where's my shot? Where's this? Where's that?" Where they needed to be. I'm not saying I did it perfectly, but I knew I wasn't going to be the man, especially where I was physically with my hip and everything, and just coming in and being that support role. We needed a few more like stuff like that, just the right pieces at the right time, and we made a couple changes. And no knock against any of the guys that left. A lot of them are my like really good friends who hooped like really good ballers. Like some of them left because they went and joined other teams because their seasons had already started, and some of them left just based upon simple roster changes that the coaches thought were the best choice in order for us to succeed and win. And then we end up winning. So it was. And like I said, my role even towards the end.
Same coach?
Yeah, same coach, same everything, same GM.
So they said something about changing the team or changing up the head or like.
No, that never ended up happening. We kind of just figured it out, I guess, and okay. And it ended up all working. Yeah.
So it was all the same coach throughout.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, and even though I ended up only playing about 15 minutes a game in those last 10 games of the season, I just embraced my role, and everybody else who was brought in embraced their role to, like our shooters embraced their role. The guys who needed to be the man at certain points embraced their role. And the beauty of it was we had a lot of fucking good players, and it was different every night. Like we had somebody go off one night for 20 points, next night he'd have 5, and somebody else would go off, and like everybody embraced that. We weren't like, yo, I'm not getting my shots, I didn't score tonight, man, I'm fucking pissed. We never had that last year. We had great camaraderie. We had like, man, you just scored 25. Fuck yeah. Like, hell yeah, man. Congrats. Like, kill it again tomorrow. Fuck, you had a tough game. Man, it's all good. I got you, bro. I'll take care of it tonight. Like, we had that.
That's good, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing. That's how you want it. You want that love. You want that chemistry.
Exactly. And we had a couple players that came up big in the end too. Ryan Edgem came up big. Friend of mine, Marlon Johnson, guy played here last year, came up. They really shined in the playoffs there and towards the end of the season, and that really helped us, like just growing throughout the season into like something that was brought us the championship sort of thing. So it was awesome.
It's amazing, man. That is quite experience.
Yeah.
You know, did you come here with anybody that you knew, or was just all new guys?
I knew a bunch of them just because the basketball community is small, man. You meet guys, you play with guys in different leagues around the world, in Canada, just in training, NBA workouts with teams, stuff like that. So I actually knew the majority of the team. I knew probably 2/3 of the team before I even came out here.
Wow. Okay.
A buddy of mine from Winnipeg, Justice Aline, was here at the beginning of the season too. So we had a lot of the guys knew each other already, and then even through the roster changes that occurred, a lot of those guys that were brought in were known by other guys as well, and just fit right in like a Lego piece, man. Like super super easy. So it was great, yeah.
Any distractions that happened that you could have been better, but there were some distractions? Or
honestly, in terms of where I was with my injury and everything,
I'm still focused, or
yeah, we were focused every day. That's the thing. Like with these guys and with the team we had together, when you were in practice, you were in practice. You were hooping. We never really had any issues on court like that deemed. That's another thing, man. The team we had last year, you always have issues with guys like go partying or this and that, or drama somewhere here or there, getting a fight or something like that. Everything. Yeah, we had. Honestly, the team last summer and a couple of the guys that came in were like, man, everybody on this team gets along. It's just a good time, man. Like everybody, yeah, like it was. We never like, besides like competitive like arguments and fights in practice, like going at each other. We never had like there was no
lot of testosterone, man.
Yeah, there was no beef on the court, off the court. Everybody got along. Everybody hung out, man. It was a great time. Like even in different friend groups that like I was friends with and they were friends with, like everybody just like came together and we were always just chill. We were super close and it was awesome because you usually don't get that with a team like anywhere.
No, that's
keep dying out here.
Yeah, no, I totally feel that, man. There's always, pride that is associated.
Exactly, and we never had like. There's always like a couple guys in a team that people won't get along with, or you won't get along with this person, but you get along with this person. And yeah, last year everybody, even throughout the whole season and all the changes we had, everybody was like just like, yo, what's up? You want to chill? You want to do something? You want to smoke? You want to hang out? Like whatever. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, no complaints at all.
So what's the goal for you now, man?
So I after the Rattlers season, I had the opportunity to sign with some teams, play overseas, this and that, and I just like I was talking about before, I just felt like I didn't have that it, whatever that it was. Like I was missing it. I wasn't feeling myself, whether that was just lack of confidence or just me like thinking too much about my hip when I was playing. So I decided to take some time off, just look at what else was in the world, and that's what brought me to this business stuff. And at the same point in time, I was rehabbing, training super hard, like training every day. I'm in the best shape of my life right now in terms of like body composition and how I feel that I've honestly felt ever. And even my hip that I had the surgery on is feeling like perfect now. Like I'm good to go. And I think that's what I needed, just that reset, that time off, that focus, that just, yeah, I'm working on some other stuff, but at the same time, I'm just getting myself right and ready for the next step. And I think that next step is I do want to play for another few years, wherever that journey may take me. I think I'm ready for it at this point, starting with this summer with the CEBL again. I think I'm going to be I'm going to surprise a lot of people and be that old Chad again, just like killer, like scoring, rebounding, just bringing what I brought historically to the table again. Versus,
that's really exciting, man.
Yeah, versus just what last year I played my role really well, but I'm ready to step into my old role again, and I think I can do that. Obviously, you got to get in like basketball shape and get some runs with some high quality players to prove that and make that happen. But I'm ready for that. Yeah.
That is word, bro.
Yeah.
That's exciting. That's great attitude, and that's what the people want, man.
Exactly.
We want a show.
People want to see excitement. They want to have fun. They want that
So can you dunk without jumping?
I wish, man. That'd be crazy. No, I can dunk pretty easily. Not as good as some of the guys on our team. We got some guys, Marlon Johnson, like I mentioned before. He's almost at my height, and he has a 42-inch vertical, man.
Shit.
It's crazy. Yeah, my vertical's like 34, 35 inches, which is for how big I am. That's really fucking good still. But when you're 6'10", jumping 42 inches off the ground, you're flying. So I'm not bringing that type of excitement. But
you're the tallest on the team.
Yeah. But I'm bringing a lot of a lot of the grit, a lot of the tough plays, screen and roll, get a ball, dunk, grab a rebound, kick it out, like the stuff that you need on a team, sort of thing. I'm not gonna excite a ton of people maybe, but I'll put some points up and grab some rebounds and help us win for sure though.
Who do you vibe with the most in the team?
Honestly, man, everyone. Like I said, our team was it was a unique team, man. Everybody got along, man. I hung out with every guy in the team multiple times per week. At some point, we'd get up to something, get food, go out, hang out, chill, play some video games, something. We all got along, man. Everybody on the team, yeah. Wow. It was pretty cool. It was awesome, actually.
I like that, man. I like that.
Yeah,
keep it good
tough.
Vibes, and that's the way to do it. But yeah, that's being in the NBA, you said, or traveling all these worlds. You probably have some crazy experience, man. Because I'm huge into traveling too.
Yeah.
And do you ever learn when you are traveling?
Oh, man, all the time. Just absorbing and just getting into the different cultures. After my last season in Japan, I went to travel in Thailand for a couple weeks and in Bali for a couple weeks. And it's just seeing different parts of the world is just incredible. And just the people, the food, the culture, how they live, what their day looks like compared to what our day in Canada here would look like. You're in Bali, you might not have the nicest house in the world out there, but you wake up and you're on a picturesque beach. You walk out there and you maybe go freaking snorkeling, scuba diving, catch your fish, cook it for breakfast, something like that.
That's a vibe, man.
Yeah, it's different. And just seeing those different cultures and what everybody around the world can bring to the table and has to offer in terms of different things and uniqueness. It's a big fucking world, man. And I've only experienced just a small percentage of it. And that's something I want to do too at some point in time, is just travel, just get out there. Maybe not backpack. I'm not the backpacking camping type of guy, but I'll get a hotel, I'll go walk around, I'll travel, I'll get in the nitty gritty of it, but then I'll go back to my hotel, have a shower, and kick my feet back up.
Yeah.
But
I'm on that vibe too.
Yeah,
man.
Exactly. I'm not sleeping.
Not much of a camper guy.
I'm not sleeping in no tents on the side of the road somewhere. I'm not doing that. But I'll get in there, man. I'll get in the grit. I'll get in. I'll see what people are doing. I'll eat a fucking scorpion.
That's a vibe.
Yeah,
man.
Exactly.
You probably got some really funny stories, man.
Oh man, I got some crazy stories. I don't even know where to start.
Wow. Where do you think was the craziest as far as just shock that you've seen?
Oh, I mean, it's not PG if that's okay. There was in Thailand, they have what's called those ping pong shows, man, where the women
table tennis.
Yeah.
Tell me, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's essentially 25 to 40-year-old Thai women, and they'll literally use their vaginas for sports, essentially. They'll stick ping pong balls up there.
I have never heard of that.
Man, shoot them out. Put a dart up there.
People watch? You buy tickets for this?
Man, my friend's yeah, we gotta go see this. It's only in Thailand. I'm all right, man, let's go. So shoot darts out, pop balloons with them, shoot them at dartboards, man. Man, I left when I was in there and a woman had bro, she was walking around for probably 10 minutes in there serving drinks. Then she went and sat down on the stage and a fucking bird flew out. And I was I'm out, bro.
What?
Yes, man.
A bird.
Yes. Yeah, that's probably the car. I was holy shit, man. This is different.
You won't see this in Saskatoon.
No, you won't, but I paid for it, so.
How much did you pay for that?
It was $30.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah. Oh, man, it was ridiculous.
A lot of people go to these.
Man, it was 150, 200 people in there. Apparently, it's one of the things out there in Bangkok, and I was man, this is different.
No one's laughing, hey?
You're just mostly in shock. You're just having your
But
drink.
the people there, like, no,
Man.
everyone's serious, just like chilling, like staring right, like.
No, you're having drinks. You're just chumming it up with your buddies. Like, what the fuck is going on, sort of thing. Yeah.
People cheering on.
Man, it was this one lady cracked a beer, inhaled it into her vagina.
All of it.
Walked around the stage, poured the beer out into a cup, handed it to a man in the audience, and he drank it. Yeah, the expression you got on your face
Bro,
right now,
I
that's
can't
the
even.
expression I had probably the whole time. I'm like, bro, you did not just do that, bro.
Man, that is the most crazy shit.
Oh my God.
I've been here on this planet for, quite some time now.
Yeah.
And I've heard some fucked up things, man.
Oh
But
my
this
God,
one,
man.
I have never heard anything like this.
Right? Like,
Light
come
again.
on, man. Yeah, I would struggle with this thing. Keep inhaling it. That's the problem.
They say you shouldn't be inhaling these cigars, man.
I do about half and half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You want
get the palate going and then get that little bit of a head rush too.
Too alkaline for that, with the tobacco and this, just
Get me some anti-alkaline water or whatever going.
Hey, wow, man. So you're saying something about China and like how polluted it is.
Yeah.
You know that they're actually taking air from like Banff and BC,
Bringing it, no way,
and putting it in cans and selling it there for
man,
like 18, 20 bucks
100%, man. Like they had another thing that was really cool in Shanghai. I mean, cool, I guess, for them, but for anybody else, you're like, this is fucking stupid. Just don't have polluted air. There's literally like massive billboards, like video billboards that show the sunrise and the sunset because you can't see it because of all the smog in the air.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Super, super interesting. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, like you literally, there's like big like open plazas and you'll watch the sunset on a billboard, like a video billboard sort of thing, like massive screen.
That is crazy, man.
Right? Like
I could never do that, man.
It's completely different, yeah.
I can never do that. That's something I really love. Is that, fresh air.
Fresh air, like crisp air, like even living
That's
in
why
like
Canada's hard to live here, man.
you're like you take that
is.
like you're there and you take that deep breath, you're like, fuck, I wish I had a mask on for this. Like you take that deep breath here and you're like you're over there and you're like even in the basement here in the studio, man, like that feels nice. Like you go there and you're like, man, what did I just
I mean, we got two cigars right now in a room,
and it's not even bad. Like you go over there and you're like, man, what am I putting in my lungs here? Like, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, it's interesting for sure.
I want to ask you for more crazy stories, bro, but I don't know if my brain can handle it, or it's like a part of me wants to know more.
I got a funny story then. This isn't crazy, but it was pretty funny. It was the first time I met Russell Westbrook in OKC. I was in the training room. He had just been in Germany. He was getting a couple procedures done, and he had just come back. I'd been there for about a month already. I'm in the training room, just my headphones on in the morning, just getting taped up for practice. I go sit down, start to get taped up, and then headphones on. I'm just chilling, like I'm jamming. And then all of a sudden I hear like, yo, what's up? Like, what's good? And I was like, what's going on? I was like, oh shit, it's Russ is over here. He's in the training room now. And he's like, yo, what's good, man? You're just going to walk by me and not say something in my place? And I was like, oh shit, my bad. I was like, my name's Chad. Nice to meet you. He's like, Russ. And he's like, all right, that's all cool, bro. But we got a problem. And I was like, what do you mean we got a problem? What's going on? He's like, what the fuck are those shoes you're wearing? I was wearing KD shoes. That's the shoes I hoop in. I hoop in KDs.
Wow.
KD 7s. That's my shoes. Like, been hooping in them for like 3-4 years. And he's like, you can't wear those fucking shoes in my gym. And I'm like,
what?
The beef was real. This is just after KD left and they brought in Melo and Paul George.
He hit you like that, man.
Yeah, he's like, you can't wear those fucking shoes. And I was like, well, man, like, these are my shoes. What do you want me to do, bro? And he's called the equipment manager over. He's like, Ryder. He's like, this man can't wear these fucking shoes in my gym. Get him a bunch of damn shoes right now.
He was serious. He wasn't joking.
He was dead ass serious. Yeah, he's like, get him a bunch of shoes right now so he can put some other damn shoes on and throw those away. And I was like, fuck, the beef is real. Like,
what size shoes do you wear?
17.
17s.
Yeah. So yeah, so
that wasn't easy to swap. Like,
well, no, they have. It's the NBA, man. They have everything. So he brought me out like 4 pairs of shoes, and he's like, yeah. He's like, Russ is like, man, just give them all the shoes and take those other ones out of here. And I was like, I mean, all right, man, whatever. Like, you're fucking right. This is your gym. This is your franchise. I'm not gonna say nothing about this.
He's a hater,
I'm not gonna complain. So grabbed the shoes. I found some other shoes. I'd worn some other ones I was comfortable with. Threw them on, and then he's like, all right, now that's done. What's good, man? And we just started chatting it up. But yeah, that was funny. That was the first time I met him. It was pretty funny.
No.
Yeah.
What else, man? What else you got for me?
Whew. Mello and Paul George, like, smoking cigars. Smoked a bunch of cigars with them at a couple bars just here and there. Yeah, I had a good time. They took care of me out there. It was a great, like I said, it was a great learning experience. Even though I never got to play any games with them or anything like that, it was just the training and just the mindset they have out there is even in the NBA, like what they're doing in OKC is top level compared to even some of the other teams. So that was awesome. Yeah. Other stories, I don't know what you want. What direction are we going here?
Hit me, bro. Whatever comes to mind. I just want to hear some stories right now, bro. I got some couple shots in me, and I want some stories, bro.
We're talking about an embarrassing story before I got here.
Oh yeah, you're mentioning something.
This is probably one of my most embarrassing moments in my life, and forever changed me. For me after it's nothing crazy, but it's pretty funny. So anytime I go to the bathroom, I always like put toilet paper on the seat. I'm like a germaphobe, like OCD.
Like everyone.
Yeah,
I do that too.
You can't just sit down and take a shit or whatever.
No,
you gotta put toilet paper on the seat or whatever.
Okay.
So I'm in the middle of practice. I'm like, shit, I gotta go to the bathroom. So go to the bathroom, paper up the seat, whatever. Everything's good. Do my business, get out, get back into practice, running up and down the court, scrimmaging, and then all of a sudden my coach is like, this is Kevin Hansen at UBC, my first year before I went and played Division I. He's like, yo, everybody stop the fucking practice right now. And everybody's like, what's going on? And he's like, yo, Chad. He gives me one of these, like the little finger whip, and he's like, yo, turn around. I had a whole fucking roll of toilet paper hanging down my pack while I was in fucking practice, running up and down the court. And I'm like, yo, I was so embarrassed, man. He stopped practice. Everybody was dying. He canceled the rest. He's like, you guys just fucking shoot. I can't focus after this. So ever since then, man, every time I go to the bathroom, I always do like the double, triple check no matter where I'm at, because I'm just like, man, I can't do that again. Like that was so embarrassing, man. Oh. Yeah, nothing too crazy, but that one hit me different for some reason. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
So it's hard to, like, as you know, being, you know, playing on basketball, you know, and having all the cheerleaders around and all this, it's hard not to just like fall for that, you know. It's hard not to like womanize, you know what I mean?
Honestly, man, any girlfriend I've ever had, any like,
are you into that or
relationship? Yeah, I'm a big relationship guy. Any girlfriend I've ever
relationship
had, anything,
or,
yeah,
know,
just I'm not like
Dan Bazarian or something.
No, yeah, I wish, right? Don't we all? No, but I know a lot of the guys are like run through girls, this and that, this one, this one. But no, with women anyway, I always like to like establish that relationship, I guess you could say, and just like not jump from one to the next. Like if I'm talking to a girl, yeah, I might be messaging a couple other here while we're figuring our stuff out and if it's going to be something, but at the same point in time, I'm always looking for something, and that next relationship, I guess you could say. And then once that develops, I'm a really loyal guy, and I always take care of the woman I'm with, whether that's
respect,
whether that's financially, just love and just being there for them. I'm always like that. I've never been one to womanize, jump around like this and that, and
so basically, girls, you just gotta look good and you know, not talk back. And smile.
You can be a little crazy. I like that too, 100%, 100%. But yeah, no, I'm always there for them. I always like taking care of them.
What's your ideal like wifey girl?
Honestly, some educated, smart, but like keeps me on my feet, whether that's like something new, whether they want to like, they're like, yo, let's go have a drink, yo, let's go do something crazy, let's go have some fun, not just like yo, let's smoke and sit on the couch and watch some Netflix. And this changed for me after I was on the couch for a year and a half. Like, I never was like, I was always an outgoing person. I always get along with everybody. I have a ton of friends, a ton of different friend groups. Like, I have a lot of people I could call and be like, yo, I need something, bro. Like, can you help me out? I have tons of circles, lots of friends like that. Lots of great friends who I've just built really good connections with over the years. And just
never burn a bridge.
Exactly. Never burn a bridge, man. It's not worth it because you never know when somebody's going to pop back into your life. And
that's just it. I learned that, man, you know, for sure.
Man, it can...
it's surprising. The world turns, man.
Exactly. One day you might be hating something, like wanting to hate somebody. The next day they might be the person that's putting food on your plate. Like, you never know where you're going to go in a direction.
Never underestimate, and never burn a bridge. That's 100, bro.
It all changed for me, like, when I had that hip surgery. Like, I had been on the couch with that and just going through not like a rough place mentally. Like I said, no depression or anything, like I said earlier, but like, I'd been on the couch watching my Netflix, playing my video games, smoking my weed for a solid year and a bit, and I was just like, it changed for me, like, women wise.
What changed?
Like, mentally wise, focus wise, just everything. Like, I wasn't
like, what kind of girl you like?
No, not even that. Like, I've been in, all my relationships have been absolutely wonderful. Like, stuff has just changed. We've just grown apart, fell out of love, sort of things like that. But just in terms of just what I wanted in life, and just, I didn't want to be like sedient and just like chilling, and like, I want everything in life. I want to experience everything.
You want to have kids?
100%. I'm gonna have kids. Yeah, I want to have 3 kids. Nice golden doodle dog when I'm older. Like, I'm ready. That's what I need. That, like,
3 kids, huh?
3 kids. Yeah, 2 boys and a girl. That's what I want. Just like my parents had with my brother and my sister.
That, man.
Thank you very much.
You're a deserving man. You're
really
a nice
appreciate
guy.
it. Thank you.
And I think you deserve that, man.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to that one day. I'm not ready for that yet.
You gotta find the
first you gotta find the right girl for you that checks all those boxes, and then at the same time you gotta be ready for it. And I know I'm not. Say I had a kid right now, I'd take care of it. I'd man up. I'd be a wonderful father, I think. But at the same point in time, I feel like I have more in life to do beforehand before I do that. And that goes back to what I was just saying with what changed with me after I had that surgery. Like, I don't want to be inside anymore. I want to experience everything. If there's an event to go to, I'm there. If there's, like, somebody says I'm at home just chilling, I'm like, oh, I might stay in. Somebody calls me up and is like, yo, you want to go do something? Hell yeah, I want to go do something. I want everything, man. I want everything in life in terms of just money, lifestyle, just going out, just doing whatever. It might be as simple as going for a walk with someone, whether that's a girl or a buddy of mine. Like, I just want to if there's something there to do, I want to do it. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm tired, man. Like, maybe another day. Like, I'm
sleep when we're dead, bro.
Exactly. And
it does sound cheesy, but you do only live once.
You only live once, man. And just having those 2 surgeries and just experiencing what life is, not like inside your shell, and just, I want to see everything outside the shell, whether that's, like I said, doing whatever. I'm ready for it. Like, I want it. I want to go do it. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So I kind of play the flute a little bit. Glue on those little wraps.
Oh fuck, that was pretty a nice little roll though.
I totally feel that, man. And you know, there's I'm gonna let you know something. You can never have enough money. You can never have enough time.
Never.
You can never have, you know, enough resources to be comfortable to have kids.
But at the same point in time, you can always make more money, but you can never make more time.
Facts.
You can't.
Facts.
Your time is limited. You get the same amount of time every day, and how you use that time, whether it's fucking sleeping, making deals, hustling, chilling with someone you love, hanging out with somebody, your buddies, your pals, your friends, like, you can't get that time back. And if you're not using that time to your fullest advantage, man, like, if you're just smoking, chilling, like, oh man, maybe next week, maybe I'll go to that festival, maybe I won't go on that trip because I want to save a couple bucks here. Yeah, saving money is important, man, but like, you're gonna wake up one day and you're gonna be 50, 60 years old, and you're gonna be like, man, I wish I spent that couple bucks when I could have. And this is one thing I've told my dad. My dad it's obviously a different era. Like, my parents didn't grow up with a lot of money. They old fashioned, both of them grew up on farms, like worked their fucking asses off to like provide for us.
That's how it was, though. Yeah. There was work hard, you know, to.
And I can't respect my mom nor my dad more for that, man. Like,
you're into the work smart now.
Yeah, like they provided everything I ever wanted, sports, a home, like there for me, like they cared for me in every way possible. My mom's fucking superwoman. My dad's most amazing man you'll ever meet.
And they're both giants.
Yeah, my mom's 6'2", my dad's 6'5", so but yeah, like my mom, she started off as a teacher and then worked her way, youngest principal in Manitoba school history, like worked her ass off to get there. She just retired last year and she's enjoying it now, so I'm super happy for her. Yeah, my bad.
All good.
My dad started off as an electrician when he was 17, moved out of his house, like started working with his brother, built his own company up into a home building company, transitioned back out of that into electrical, and now he's a city councilor in Manitoba. So he's like, they provided everything. Like, growing up, we never had like the nicest of anything. Like, we had used hockey equipment, this and that.
Family of four?
Five. Brother, sister, mom, dad.
Oh, okay.
But anything we ever wanted.
That's my family right now.
Yeah, they always provided it for me and my siblings, and we slowly built themselves up. And I'm trying to tell my dad now. My dad saved up a lot, and I'm like, man, like, when you die, I don't want your money. I don't want it. Like, enjoy your life. Get yourself a nice truck. Get yourself, like, go travel, go do this, do that. And I want them to experience that and see that and feel that, because that different generation they had when they were growing up, like, they always took us places as kids where we wanted to go and what we wanted to do and what we wanted to see. Disney World, this and that. I went like once or twice when I was younger, like trips to like Winnipeg. When you live in Winnipeg, it's a big thing to go to Minneapolis, like Mall of America, like stuff like that. We did that. But I want them to do some stuff for them now. Go travel, see the world. Like, spend
a nice guy, man.
Spend that money that you earned, man.
Such a nice guy, bro. Wow.
Man, I don't know, man.
You're little, cupcake hearts, man.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. I'm an asshole too when I need to be, man. But like, at the same point,
hey, that's the thing, man. No, kindness is taken as weakness nowadays.
100%, man.
I know you got a savage side to you as well.
I know, and it's like I said, in this time off of basketball, I kind of directed that in some new places. I'm actually doing a lot of fighting now, like Muay Thai and stuff like that. I got a trainer. We work out an hour or two every day, and I'm kind of like directing some of that energy in different places that I never had before. And it's changed. Honestly, in the last 5 months, I've changed as a person in terms of just how I view things, what I put up with, what I do. But at the same point in time, I'm like, I want to keep grounded and kind of move that in the direction of basketball and stuff again. But yeah, back to family, man. It's like you've built this up for yourself.
La familia,
sí. Or not see, whatever that is. I don't even know.
Gracias.
Yeah, right. There would go. Whatever. I mean, the only other language I speak some Japanese. I could throw that to you.
Hey, same something.
What do you say?
Real quick.
You're a really pretty girl. Kimi kawaii ne anato wa.
Oh, damn. That's something.
What else do you want me to say? Oki paio daisuki desu. As a little mean, I was like, I like your big tits.
Wow. Japanese got some tits, huh?
No, they don't. They got nothing.
So that's
flat ass, flat tits, very pretty face though. There's some of the most beautiful women in the world.
Useless words then to know then.
Yeah, but if you got some fake tits out there, whatever. But like, or if I'm telling another girl out here, I just speak there. I mean, I could honestly say whatever in Jap. Nobody's gonna notice what I'm saying. But yeah, that Japanese women, super, super pretty women, like. Pretty woman left, pretty woman right. Their face, their facial structure, bone structure, very pretty. But
is your wife gonna be Japanese?
No, she's not.
No.
No.
Why? Why is that? You obviously are sexually attracted to them.
I am not. No. I respect them. I respect them for what they have and what they offer, but I'm not physically attracted to them. I've never been with a Japanese woman in my life. Never. Like I said, I was with a girlfriend. I'm very loyal. When I was with my ex-girlfriend, even when I lived out there for 5-6 months alone, I was just never nothing. No. But
So your family, do they like the traveling? Do they like to enjoy their lives?
I think they're gonna get
into
my mother just
money and stacking and saving.
my dad's stacking and saving. Like he's racking up. He's racking. He's already racked up, but he needs to. I'm trying to get him to, like my mom too. Just travel, spend that, dude. Have some fun, man. Like upgrade your 2008 Ford F-150. Get yourself a nice vehicle. But it's that old mindset. You can't change.
It goes back to you only live once,
exactly,
man. You know, like even and you never know. Like some people say, okay, well I'm gonna save until 70 and look at this.
What happens if you have a heart attack, man? What happens if you get hit by a car, man? What happens if this coronavirus goes crazy? You never know, man.
What happens if you fall or a helicopter fails, like Kobe, man?
Oh my goodness, man.
Talk to me about that.
Oh, that was rough, man. Like my one buddy FaceTimes me and he's like, yo, Kobe just died in a helicopter accident. I was like, there's no fucking way. And then I think to myself, I'm like, well, Kobe did travel everywhere, man. He did hop in that helicopter. He wants to go shopping. He's hopping in that helicopter in his house in the suburbs, flying it downtown, getting out at LAX, and he's going and doing his business. So I was like, man, that could have happened for real. And then I look at the news and I'm like, yo, that's rough. And like, it's not just as a basketball player you respect that. Was
he on your top 3?
100%. Kobe, MJ, and then you got to throw Big in there. So I got to throw my man Shaq in there. 100%. Top 3. You got it.
Who's number 1?
I'm not even.
This is big.
I'm not even gonna start. I'm not starting that debate, man.
You have to say one, bro. Like, on RPR, things have to come up, bro.
Like, because then you got to do top 5, and you got to throw LeBron in there too, because he's one of the greatest athletes and players of all time.
Who's the number 1?
Number 1, like, well, I mean, I don't know, man. Like Michael's killer instinct, like just how he floated through the air and everything. Michael's up there. But in terms of just like athletic prowess as well, I would love to see that Michael in his prime, LeBron in his prime, just going at it in a game. Like that would be tough. But then again, back at it, you see Kobe and Michael going at it, and they had some good battles, man. But in the same sense, they're a little different players too. They weren't the same.
You're not answering my question.
The game was different in both eras. You can't compare it. Like, look at Michael, man. He was scoring that many points without shooting threes as compared to the game nowadays. Whereas Kobe was shooting a little more threes, but he was still doing and the Kobe killer instinct, man. But they both had, when I was like speaking back towards when I was playing, like that I was missing after I got injured, like they had that every fucking day, and what they had, top notch, like 10 out of 10. Every day they're bringing it, they're making you better. They're the man. Like they walk you in the game and you're like, oh fuck, it's like even players that were playing in the league. I'm deflecting heavy here, man.
Go.
Even players that were like, they'd play against them every night, and you'd see them and it'd be like, man, it's fucking Michael. Like, fuck, what are we gonna do with this motherfucker tonight? Like, what are we gonna do? Like, it's like, when you have that and you're at that level where they're worried about you every night, even after they've seen you play for 10, 15 years, like that's it. And that Kobe and Michael both had that, but like I said, man, there's different eras, man. It's different game styles, different types of play. I don't think Michael still would have been a killer in this day and age. His game would have, people are like, oh, he wouldn't adapt as well. Like, fuck yeah, he would have adapted as well. He'd be shooting threes. He'd be killing it in this day and age. Hitting no hand checking like they have now. Oh my God, he'd be absolutely demoralizing people. Like, they'd be like, oh man, might as well just go home tonight. So yeah, I'm going with Michael. Yeah. Yeah, he's number 1. Yeah, I just got to go with it. Yeah,
that's a good one, man. 100%, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. No.
But yeah, no. God bless Kobe and his daughter, man. There's a tragic loss, not just for the basketball community, like I said, but just as a philanthropist and just as everybody. Like Kobe, it didn't matter if you didn't play ball, man. You know who Kobe was. Everybody knew who Kobe was. And there's those people who would say like, oh, some basketball player died, whatever. Man, he wasn't just a basketball player. It's just what he brought to the world and life in general, that like Mamba mentality, that instinct that like, if you want something, fucking work for it and go after it. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. Basketball translates to everything, business, this and that. Like, that instinct, that Mamba mentality, like if you're not willing to work hard, put in the effort, Like he said, there was that I was learning some things, and it's like he had kids and he wasn't willing to sacrifice his basketball for his kids, but he also wasn't willing to sacrifice his kids for his basketball. So what did he sacrifice? He sacrificed his sleep. He'd get up at 4 a.m, work out for 3 hours, come back home, wake his kids up, get them ready, school, whatever, this, that, spend some time with them, go work on his craft some more, get back after, pick him up from school, whatever it might have been, fitting into his schedule, obviously with the Lakers and ball and everything, and then tuck him in at night, work on his craft some more. So he'd only be sleeping 4 or 5 hours a day. So he sacrificed that sleep, and that's what he sacrificed. He wasn't willing to sacrifice the two most important things in your life, and that translates to anything. If you're not willing to sacrifice what you're looking towards and what your end goals are, whatever they may be, whether it's to be the CEO of your company or whether it's to fucking just do whatever, whether you want to fucking buy a boat at the end of the fucking month. Like, what do you got to do to get that boat? Like, what do you got to do? You got to sacrifice. You got to work towards it. And if you're not willing to put in the work, yeah, you might get it and it might come eventually. But like, at what cost? Oh, you waited 3 years and you got your boat. Congrats, buddy. You didn't fucking work your ass off. You didn't put your mind towards it to get this shit. Like, it's that like I said, that Mamba mentality, man. You got to put in the work, you got to put in the time, and you got to sacrifice for things you want, for things that are worth it for you, whether that's a girl, whether that's a job, whether that's the house you want, whether that's the income you want, whether that's the lifestyle you want.
That's just 100%, man. You are a spiritual being, and you deserve all. You know, you're a child of God.
Exactly, man. Exactly. I know. Even though I'm not super religious, I do look to there's a higher power. I know there's something out there that's guiding me in my process and my steps and whatever it may be. Like, the biggest thing, honestly, in my
infinite being.
Yeah, exactly. And the biggest thing in my life is karma, man. Like, do good to others, and it comes back, man. Like, if you're a good person, you do good things, yeah, shit's not gonna go your way. Shit's gonna happen. You're gonna get hurt. I could be like, oh man, my fucking hip. Oh shit, fuck, I ruined my career. Just fucking sit on my ass. Whatever. No. Next thing. What's up next? You can't dwell on shit, man. It's always the next step. What are you looking towards next? What is your end goal? You don't know your end goal? Okay, what are your little goals? Look towards your little goals, whatever those may be. Like, you always got to be like, what's up next, not what just happened. Oh no, what happened? And that's somewhere where I struggle with in basketball sometimes. Like, I'll do a bad player, I'll miss a shot. I'm like, fuck, man, I can't believe I missed that. And like, towards, like, as my career's progressed, I've gotten better at that and just looking aside like that, and that translates to everything in life. Like, oh man, I fucked up on that. Okay, cool. What can I do to not fuck on that next? You just keep going with it, and that's all you can do. Get guided by whatever's guiding you, and do good unto others, man, and it's gonna come back to you. I don't care what people say, like, oh, you're being soft, you shouldn't treat a person like whatever, man. Like, my enemies, man, I try and make my friends, whatever. Who cares? You're friends with your enemies, whatever. Eventually they're gonna be having a good time with you, and then you're gonna be friends, and then everybody's winning. If everyone likes you, man, how are you losing?
Hey, spitting some facts here. Shit got real deep. You know, that's just some parental advisory. You know, this shit's too hot.
Yeah, it's getting hot in here, man. We got the cigar smoke floating and everything. But I really appreciate you having me out, man.
I'm from the desert, you know.
Yeah. So like... You're good, man. You're good, man. You're blessed. I'm sweating in here. Back to you though, man. Barber, how'd that start?
Oh man, you know, it's just it's the first job and the only job I ever had in doing music, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's just something I've always done. So
yeah,
been at that hustle for quite some time now, and now it's just you know, pursuing what's next, and also, you
love cutting hair though, right?
I always do it for sure,
Yeah, you love
bro.
cutting hair.
I will, man. I'll do it for some rappers and, you know, musicians and people that want to really up their scale.
100%,
get the best looks.
And at this, I mean, this man is right here, man. I got to plug him right now. He is the best hairdresser, barber, whatever you want to call it, I've ever had in my life. He will cut you up. Doesn't matter your hair. Doesn't matter if it's nappy. Doesn't matter if it's curly. Doesn't matter if it's straight. Ooh. He will hook you up, man. Facts. 100%. Danny Toma, man. He's the best.
Much love.
But back to what we were saying though, like, man, like with cutting that hair though, man, like the cuts you give, man, you control how men, you control how people look for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. You control how you control their game, man. You control if they're gonna get that girl, have that good dinner. You're controlling that, right? Like that's a lot of power too.
You're spilling the sauce here to me, man. You know what I mean? So, you're passing the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? So, this is about you, bro. This is about all the things you accomplished. You know, you're a world traveler guy. You know.
No, you're a good guy. I really appreciate you having me out on your show talking here tonight, man. It was awesome. It was a great experience.
Oh man, for sure, bro. This has been a vibe. You guys, what's your IG handle, man?
CHAD.POSTHUMUS. CHAD.POSTHUMUS.
And it's not posthumous.
Yeah, not post, not pre, no hummus in there. Posthumous.
Posthumous.
Posthumous, yeah.
Where's that from again?
It's so I'm Dutch and German. I'm 3/4 Dutch, 1/4 German, but the name's got Roman from back in the days, but way back in Rome, man. Apparently my lineage goes back to one of Caesar's main generals or something like that. Actually, my dad was telling me one day. So it's got some.
Give him a follow.
It's got some deep history.
Give him a follow. He's no ordinary man. I'm pretty sure goes back to the German shit, bro. No offense, but
no, good, man.
I think you came from giants, man. I think your family and your ancestry was definitely giants, bro.
Had to be something in there.
You're the tallest human I've ever seen in my life.
Right, I'll take it, man. I'll take the compliment.
Damn, just a mountain.
It's a little guy, man. I don't know what you mean.
Damn. Well, you got a big heart as well, man.
I appreciate it.
Respect, and I plan to have you here again.
100%, man. Whenever you want me to come out, we'll come and chat, man. This was a great time, great opportunity. Again, thank you. Cheers.
Yeah, man. Take care, bro. I'll see you.
You too. All the best.